As the sun drops over Tokyo, the pavement at the edge of this intersection begins to disappear under a sea of pedestrians. The tension builds as hundreds, then thousands, press tightly against the curb, waiting for a single visual cue. The light switches. Instantly, the waiting crowds surge forward from all corners, pouring into the street and converging in the center. This map displays the extreme density of the surge. At peak hours, we are looking at as many as 3,000 distinct data points, 3,000 individuals navigating this exact patch of asphalt all at once. They don't have long to do it. The entire massive migration must resolve itself, with every pedestrian safely reaching the opposite sidewalk before the 120-second light cycle expires and the vehicles return. Over the course of a single day, roughly 500,000 people will cross here. That volume is roughly equivalent to filling a major sports stadium to absolute capacity, emptying it, and filling it again, dozens of times over. Down on the ground, the sensory experience is intense. It is a high-speed, tightly packed collision of business suits, tourists, and, on rainy days, thousands of umbrellas dodging one another with inches to spare. Statistically speaking, pushing this many moving bodies into a confined geometric space should result in a constant, frustrating gridlock of human collisions. Yet the crowd weaves through itself flawlessly, resolving the tension every 2 minutes without a single traffic incident. Shibuya's transformation began in 1885 as a quiet railway stop, becoming a critical transit artery connecting Tokyo to Yokohama by the 1930s. The station's plaza also gained a cultural anchor in the statue of Hachiko, the famously loyal Akita dog. This monument established the plaza as Tokyo's default meeting place, drawing increasingly heavy foot traffic to the immediate area. By the early 1970s, the surrounding commercial district was booming. The sheer volume of pedestrians spilling out of the station and trying to cross the surrounding streets was beginning to paralyze the vehicular grid. In 1973, urban planners implemented a radical traffic solution. They introduced a scramble system, synchronizing traffic lights to halt all vehicles entirely in every direction. Instead of restricting pedestrians to right-angle crosswalks, the scramble opens the entire intersection, allowing diagonal routes from corner to corner. This geometry mathematically reduces the total distance and time required, eliminating the need to wait through 2 separate light cycles. While this engineering solution provided a highly efficient framework, painted lines cannot physically prevent 3,000 moving bodies from crashing into one another. Recent academic research from Husky Commons applied machine learning techniques to simulate pedestrian behavior, specifically within scramble crossings. The study's primary finding was counterintuitive. Simply adding diagonal crosswalks to an intersection does not guarantee faster travel times for the people using them. Researchers used agent-based modeling, showing digital agents moving through a grid to track collision avoidance in a concentrated space. The data revealed a critical variable. If individuals move erratically, the resulting bottlenecks drastically increase the time it takes to cross. The system requires a highly specific cultural element to function at scale, the unwritten etiquette of Japanese pedestrians. It relies entirely on acute situational awareness and disciplined, predictable movement. You can see the physical reality of what happens when that discipline breaks down. When the crossing is disrupted by a massive, disorganized event like Halloween, the fluid motion collapses and authorities are forced to step in. Shibuya Crossing operates effectively through a daily triumph of collective social cooperation. The crowd manages its own chaos. The intersection operates as a neon-drenched sensory environment, a global pop culture icon that serves as the visual shorthand for modern Japan. This highly organized visual chaos translates perfectly through a camera lens. It has become a reliable visual representation for the feeling of being completely overwhelmed in a sprawling foreign metropolis. Its most famous cinematic representation is in the 2003 film Lost in Translation, utilizing the massive scale of the crowds to emphasize personal isolation. The location's density serves a specific narrative purpose, physically highlighting the emotional detachment of the characters navigating the city's unrelenting kinetic energy. There is a distinct physical sensation to standing completely still in the center of the crossing. You are entirely stationary while a blur of thousands of people rushes past, illuminated by the glow of the digital billboards overhead. Elevated above the streets, the full 120-second traffic cycle reveals a different perspective. From here, the intersection moves like a single breathing organism, continuously expanding and contracting with the rhythm of the city. Shibuya Scramble Crossing stands as a physical manifestation of Tokyo. It's a mesmerizing stage where overwhelming volume and sheer velocity are perfectly contained by unyielding order.